Eric Keller here with Enthusiast Auto Group. It is a beautiful fall morning in Cincinnati, and we are driving an 850 CSI. This is the pinnacle of the BMW era in the mid-90s and has basically every bit of technology that you could offer in the period. It was the flagship car for the brand, and if you were anybody, especially a 80s or 90s rock star, pop star, you benefited from pop-up headlights, you had an 850 CSI. Prince had one, Ken Griffey Jr. had one. The car we're driving is an EAG first look. This car has just arrived in inventory and is just going through the first rounds of EAG processing and inspection, and of course that starts with a test drive home by yours truly, and I am absolutely loving the driving experience of this car. These things just absolutely, really, they're just, it's the best of the analog era in the most pure raw form, with this V12 5.6 liter S70 engine that has quite a bit of history. We'll come back to that in a bit. And with only 225 of these built for the US market, very rare car. Lowest production engine BMW had built up until that point in time. And it's really a hallmark, benchmark car for the brand, and one that if you are a hardcore collector or big enthusiast, this is definitely on your list of cars to have. It has a very cult-like following, a lot of special groups designed or built just for the owners groups, just for the model, both the 8 Series but also the CSI model. And I think now would be a good time to take a little walk around and really see what this car is all about and the unique features of it. This one only has 34,000 miles. We've got a lot of unique stuff that's specific just to the CSI. We've got a onboard computer, a check control, a MIDI as they call it, which is specific to the CSI. It has the service indicator lights that deplete there. We've got our EML and our sport and comfort modes. We have our automatic stability control, our traction control, which was very new at the time, and an E34 platform borrowed, as well as the HVAC controller here out of a Euro spec E34. The 850 CSIs came heavily loaded. There really was not a whole lot of options that one could select if you were buying a CSI. And in period, these things were not cheap. This was a $100,000 car in period, and $100K in 1994, 1995. That was, that bought you a lot of different, luxury cars, a lot of different sports cars. And this car was right up there with them. I mean, this is the Grand Tour of Grand Tours. It is an Alpine white over a two-tone gray. I want to say there were 3 in this color combo. All the CSIs came in manual transmission, as many people will know and certainly go after. The glove box is kind of cool. This has got to be BMW's worst designed cup holder ever. I do not understand how this would work driving at speed, but that's what they put in there. And you got to keep up, I guess, with the Joneses. The overall condition of this car is about as nice as one could hope for. It's all original panels, all original paint. It has the 17-inch staggered throwing star wheels. Of course, it attracts all kinds of lovely cars. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
I came down this road by accident, but that's cool.
Right on. Have a good day. So when you're driving an 850 CSI, you get that a lot. A lot of thumbs up. It's just, why wouldn't you give this car a thumbs up? I mean, it's the big wedge. 235s, 265s on the staggered wheels. This B-pillarless design. It's, this is when they designed and engineered these cars, to every nth degree. Driving this car at 80, 90 miles an hour with the windows down, there is very little turbulence in the cabin. It's really smooth. You hit 100 miles an hour and the windows automatically go up. That was quite an interesting exercise when I was driving our last white CSI last year over at Thermal for just a couple touring laps, and back straight and the windows go up on me. So this is the first time that we've brought this car to market. It's the first time that we've announced that we even owned this car. It's not on the website. It is not published anywhere at this moment in time. And we are going to be processing the car and getting all of our checks and quality control assurances taken care of this week. The hood design is pretty cool. You've got to push these two tabs in, which is going to be a little bit difficult managing a camera, but we will manage. And there it is, the S70/1, the first iteration of the 5.6. Many know that this engine went on to further development, the /2, which is the heart of the mighty McLaren F1. The differences are mainly up top, where it has a different head design. It has a 4-valve per cylinder setup with a dual Vanos, individual throttle bodies, which effectively was the S50 B30, the European spec 6-cylinder that would later come into production, and actually was in production at the time that this car was built in the European market. And that bumped power up significantly. And then they did a /3 version that not a lot of people know, and that was what powered the BMW V12 LM, as well as the X5 LM, which was kind of a development exercise car. You know, there was a rumor Chris Harris dropped a month and a half ago that the McLaren S70/2 development motor was used in an M5 wagon platform for development. Certainly would love to see that car, which we have an M5 Touring in stock currently, and certainly looking forward to the new owner when we can find him. The hood is a little bit difficult to shut with one hand too, but we'll manage. There we go. So if this 850 CSI belongs in your stable, you'd like to learn some more about the car, get some more information, we certainly would welcome a phone call or email. This is definitely a special car. It's one of the lowest mileage CSIs that the market will see, just 34,000 miles. It is all numbers matching, no stories, no drama. It's what you'd come to expect from EAG at this point in time. We've got a lot of work to do to it, but it will be a as new car when we're done. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for more content. Subscribe for more. We've got a lot of really cool stuff in the pipeline that's not yet advertised, not yet marketed. So the guys that are subscribing are going to get those first looks before everybody else, and we certainly look forward to meeting the next owner of this beautiful, beautiful E31. Thanks for tuning in. See ya.